We're taking the 11 players from here to Adelaide, with Bollinger and Ryan Harris both being included to the squad down there as well. So we'll have 13 players for selection in Adelaide.
Mark? Do you have any concerns about Ryan Harris?
He's had some niggly knee problems, as you say, the last couple of games. He's got through, certainly got through the Shield game against us, against Tasmania, very well down in Hobart a couple of weeks ago. Understand at the moment that he's getting through the Shield game particularly well that he's playing at the moment. And everyone that I've spoken to, fitness staff-wise, believe that his injury that he had will be fine for a Test match. So we'll get a good look at him in Adelaide tomorrow and Wednesday, and then see where he's at. But yeah, it's nice to have him back around the group.
Given what we saw out there over the last couple of years today, it looks like you're going to have to make changes for Adelaide to try and make something happen.
Well, I think they found it pretty tough as well this afternoon. No doubt that we've got a lot of improvement to do with our bowling group over the last couple of days, but you know, I think what just reinforced how hard work it was today was the fact that we were 1 for 100 odd in pretty quick time as well at the end of the game, late on day 5. So look, I'm not saying that everything was absolutely perfect for us, that we bowled brilliantly. We didn't bowl as well as we could as a group by any stretch of the imagination, but it was a difficult wicket to bowl on for the last couple of days of this game.
And Ricky, how concerned were you with the way in which your bowlers struggled and the dominance that England's batsmen had? Admittedly on a flat wicket, but there seemed to be a gulf.
Yeah, 1 for 500 is pretty demanding scorecard, isn't it? So. As I said, there's no hiding the fact I felt we could have bowled a lot better as a group. Felt like I sort of exhausted every option as far as trying to do different things with fields and tactics and whatever else, and we just weren't able to break their top 3 or 4 players. You know, I thought they played exceptionally well. I thought Strauss and Cook were very good against the new ball the other night, and then you know, Cook and Trott today and yesterday afternoon today were outstanding. So. Yeah, it was hard work for our boys. They're all pretty tired down there at the moment, and if we get a flat wicket in Adelaide again, we've got to make sure we're a whole lot better than we were this game for sure.
Ricky, are you also a bit concerned about your fielding over here?
Yeah, we dropped, what, 5, maybe 4 or 5 in the second innings, so that's not acceptable either. A couple of them are tough ones, but we needed to hang on to all those chances at the start of the second innings if we were any sort of chance of winning the game, and we didn't do that. So. Yeah, look, there are a few areas that we need to improve on, and we are very aware of what they are, and we just have to make sure we do put in all the work over the next couple of days to make sure that we're in as good a shape as we possibly can be. I mean, the thing we probably none of us should forget is that we got ourselves into a good position in the game again through some good batting in our first innings with Hussey and Haddon. I thought the way that they played was exceptional in the circumstances and got us a 200-run lead that evaporated pretty quickly. But you know, even this morning coming to the ground, there was, I felt anyway, only one team that could win the game, and that was us if we were good enough to take some early wickets, and we weren't good enough this morning, so ended up unusually being a drawn game here at the Gabba.
Were you concerned that heads went down? You know, the body language didn't seem to be Australia with
I don't think our heads were down early this morning. I think we had a real good crack for the first hour and a half today. After that period, I think we knew then that it was going to be really hard for us to win the game. So you can probably understand that things would die off a little bit. I asked for just 100% commitment from all the guys this morning, knowing that if we did things as well as we could and we held our chances, that we might have been a chance to get ourselves back into the game this morning. That wasn't to be. So I'm not worried how we finished the game off. The fact that we actually went out and batted the way we did tonight, I thought was a good positive sign for how we finished the game off. Yeah.
Ricky, we know what the reputation that the Gabba has for Australian cricket, and almost a unique place in history as a fortress. I just wonder what it was like as an Australian captain to be there today with so many English flags and so many English voices almost dominating the atmosphere.
Oh, they did. I forgot where I was actually at one stage today. It was like being back at the Oval again or something. But that's what's so great about the Barmy Army. You know, they turn up no matter what is happening and support as much as they can. And whether you're an Australian or an Englishman, it's nice to have that sort of support, or that sort of noise anyway around the ground. It wasn't support for us, but that sort of noise around the ground is always nice. So yeah, it was a nice atmosphere right through the game. I think 130-odd thousand people turned out to watch the Test match. So that's goes to show where Test cricket is here in Australia.
I was going to ask something similar, but your record at the Gabba is still intact, but in previous Ashes series it's so instrumental in setting the tone for Australia. Is that a concern that you weren't able to sort of stack an authority on the series?
We have got a very proud record here, as you say. Am I disappointed that we didn't win the game? look, you want to win every game that you go into. We got ourselves into a strong position in the game. We gave ourselves the best chance to possibly win the game. We weren't good enough the last couple of days, nor were England, I guess, to win the game. But I've never played on a Gabba wicket like that in my whole career. The way it started and how slow it was the first couple of days of the game is very foreign to me. Normally it's quicker and bouncy early on, and there's a lot more wickets generally caught behind the wicket up here at the Gabba than there was in this particular game. So a different wicket, and I think the result indicates that there was something different about the Gabba this week.
Ricky, considering the amount of work your pacemen have had, as you alluded to, Adelaide usually being pretty flexible batting, will you sort of even think of maybe a bit of a rotation policy just to bring some fresh guys in that respect?
Hasn't been mentioned yet. No, we just have to, with the inclusion of those two guys, Harris and Bollinger, into the squad, we have to work out with all those 13 players there what we think is the best attack to take us 20 wickets in Adelaide. So we'll pick who we think is the best, regardless of what they've done up here workload-wise. We'll give them a couple of days off, certainly all day tomorrow, and they won't do much Wednesday. I wouldn't have thought either, the fast bowlers. So they'll be given full time to recover, and then we'll pick who we think is going to be good enough to take us 20 wickets.
What's your impression of Mitchell Johnson's form and state of mind at the moment, and is he a certain selection for Adelaide?
His state of mind right through the game seemed particularly good and particularly positive, to tell the truth. Every time I went to him and asked him how he was going or how he felt, he was always reasonably positive. I have seen him bowl better though, I must admit. I don't think he was at his best during this game, but I'm not singling one person out because I don't think any of our bowlers are at their absolute best in this game. And it's, the bowlers are all about working as a group and working in partnerships, and I don't think we did that enough. I don't think they supported each other enough, and we certainly didn't support them enough in the field. So we've got a lot of work to do as a group, let alone just trying to single one guy out.
Is he certain for Adelaide, like the captain of the 11?
I don't think anyone's certain yet. The fact that we brought two fast bowlers in, I'm not sure if anyone's certain, but we'll as I said, we'll wait and see how everyone pulls up in the next couple of days, and then we'll pick what we think's our best attack.
Just on Mitch's pace, he didn't hit 140 today. Are you concerned about his pace in this match, considering just the first match of the series?
I don't think there were many balls through the whole game that reached 140 for some reason here this week. I don't know if the speed gun was a little bit down or not, but I don't remember seeing Broad get there either, or Anderson get 140. I mean, it seemed like that sort of game. I'm not sure why. Look, Mitch at his best, he's a bit quicker than 140, I guess. He's 145s and pretty consistently around there. But I think Broad's pretty much the same, so I'm not sure the reason why the speeds were down.
Can you talk us through what happened with the catch, Rick, and what your take on that was? What you think should have happened?
Look, it probably doesn't matter what I think should have happened. I said to the umpire straight away that I was pretty sure that I caught the ball. Well, that's about all I could do. I'm not sure what... as soon as they're referred, you pretty much know what the end result's going to be, which is why 6 or 7 years ago when I took over the captaincy job, I pleaded with every opposition captain around the world to take it out of the referrals in the third umpire's hands, but not many. I didn't get much support from other captains with that. I don't know. You guys, I haven't actually seen the replay of it yet. You guys have all seen the replay more than I have, so I'm sure you'll make your own judgment on whether you thought I caught it or not.
You weren't annoyed by
If it was the first wicket of their second innings, I might have been a bit more annoyed than when they won for 500. So it might have been a bit more annoying at that stage. But look, I do get a little bit annoyed with it because I actually think it's a blight on the game that we are sort of trusting in technology that is not good enough to show. I mean, I could have got that ball and thrown it up in the air straight away and no one would have asked a question of it.
But you said you're only pretty sure.
Rob. Rick, you're always aware of your Tasmanian milestones. First time 3 Tasmanians in an Ashes test. Was that a source of pride, and how do you think X and Ben are going?
Oh yeah, look, it's something that we all should be proud of, I guess. Lucky enough to play in the couple of test matches in England with both Payne and Ben as well. So, yeah, look, it's great reward, I guess, for those guys, and great reward for the style and brand of cricket that Tasmania are playing these days. So I'm always proud of that, and I'm sure those guys are proud of it as well.
You said you made the call 6 or 7 years ago about getting support from the captains. Captains have changed since then. Would you consider trying to reignite that debate, because it's obviously something that's not changed?
It was probably a bit late now. If I was going to do it, I probably should have done it at the start of the series, but I think it's up to the umpires now that they've set that standard, and now they just have to make sure they're consistent with that right the way through the series now. I mean, it's not that long ago, you think back to a test match we played at Lords where there was a pretty obvious one that went the other way, so I guess sometimes you've got to take the good with the bad as far as those things are concerned, but it just highlights the fact that the technology there isn't probably what it needs to be if we're talking about Ashes test matches.
What did the umpire say to him? He obviously had quite a lengthy chat when they threw it back to the on-field umpires. How did they look at it?
I just asked the question of them how it got to that decision, to the not-out decision, because quite a few of the boys ran to me straight away and said, yeah, you called it. So I was just interested to know how it got to it, and apparently what they said to me was that it was not 100% clear on the replays that they'd seen, so they found it hard to give it out.
Were you any more disappointed that it was England's vice-captain that stood his ground for that catch?
No. Irrelevant. We should move on from that. That's one little thing in the game, I think, that had no impact at all on the outcome.
What do you feel about Ryan Harrison's bowling specifically, and I guess also the fact that he's bowled on Adelaide, played in a lot, and noticeably a lot of his hands.
Yeah, that's one thing to like about him. But the other thing to like about him is the fact that he came into international cricket and had immediate success. He's a great competitor. He runs in all day for you. He's the sort of guy that's going to bowl the right length for Adelaide conditions as well. He runs in and bangs the ball into the wicket, which you need to do down there if you want to have success. And if it happens to reverse swing down there, he's very good at that as well. So there's lots of things to like about Ryan. I mean, the fact that he's had great success at international cricket means that he's one of those guys that's just meant to be playing.
Last one. Have you come across many more composed opponents, and Alistair Cook, he seems unflustered out there?
Only time I saw him flustered was when I asked him if he thought I caught that catch today or not. No, look, he is a pretty composed, pretty cool sort of customer. We might have to make sure he's not quite as composed next week in Adelaide and try and ruffle him up a little bit and get under his skin. But no, he played very, very well. Obviously, he's got his limitations as a player, but the way he played, he stuck to his game plan very well and played his way and his style and did it for 10 hours. So that's what you want from your openers in Test match cricket, or any of your batters in Test match cricket, to go about it the way that he went about it this week.
Very, very last one.
If Doug's going to be under consideration for Adelaide, is he going to play that whole Shield game, or is he going to be taken out and thrown out?
Yeah, he'll have to be taken out of that Shield game now. I believe he's bowling as we speak, so he'll more than likely, when we work things out, he'll probably miss the entire last day of their Shield game, I think. So that would probably mean he's released maybe, tomorrow afternoon maybe, something like that.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Thanks.